Hi everyone, I'm Eric.
And I'm Christopher.
And we're Grow For Me 5B. Today, we're going to take you on our journey of cleaning up our terrace, planting some evergreen interest in containers, and generally getting ready for winter.
Don't forget we're putting the fountain to bed for winter.
Yes, we are winterizing our fountain. All right, so we are about to winterize our terrace. We're going to winterize our fountain. We're going to get these containers cleaned up and switched over to a little bit of winter interest. As you can see, our mums are past their prime. Our ooky spooky lights are now out of season. And we're just going to, in general, clean everything up, show you how we get this area closest to our home ready for the winter. Let's empty out these pots, kind of organize, see where we're at. But before we start that, I want to show you what we're going to put in them. Christopher, tell them about the deal you got over here.
So everybody loves fall clearance plants, but how about these?
Let me switch with you so lighting's better.
How about these 2-gallon North Pole arborvitaes for a whopping $12.50?
And I thought, for winter interest, to put some Christmas lights on and stuff over the winter, we can just pop them right in here.
Yeah, I think that'll be great.
Yeah, they're hardy zones 3 through 8. They're not going to stay in here forever. But if we're going to keep them over the winter, we might as well decorate with them. They're like full sun, hardy zones 3 through 8. They will get 10 to 15 tall, 3 to 5 wide. Low deer resistance. We have been facing some deer pressure lately, but great use for hedges and interest all year round. So as you can see, we've had our first freeze and our Double Delight apple blossom begonia is gone for the season. So we're going to clean this out. We're not going to replace it. This isn't going to stay outside during the winter very well. So we'll clean that out and get it in the garage for storage. Up here we have our herb garden. We have some things that are salvageable, some that aren't, but honestly, we're just going to chuck everything and start again fresh next year because, as we've said before, Christopher and I both work full-time jobs. We do what we do when we can do it, and that's just what works for us.
And frankly, I think there's a few things in there we used and some we didn't, so we'll just know better for next year.
Yeah, we have our ornamental kales and our bok choy. I mean, maybe if I'm inspired to find a bok choy recipe, I don't know, but most likely these will get chucked. Over here, we have our blonde ambition grass that we're saving. So this we'll keep out here on the terrace for the winter. I don't know what zone it's hardy down to, but
that's a good question.
Yeah, but I don't think we should put it in the garage. I think we'll just leave it out here and see what happens.
Yeah, we'll just cut it down and we'll tuck it away.
More bok choy and mums. These are all past their prime, so these will all get dumped. These two for sure will get rinsed out and put in the garage for storage. Over here we have an asparagus fern.
Foxtail.
Foxtail fern. Do we want to save this at the salon?
Yeah, this will go to work with me.
Okay, so that'll go to work with you. We'll save that one. It's going to need to be repotted. It's bursting out of this.
Yeah.
Which I think they kind of like. But we can put that in the salon. Faded mums and purple fountain grass. We get those out soon. Our blue moffat's staying. So excited about that.
That's zone 3 through 8, and since it's 2 zones hardier, or rated 2 zones hardier than our growing zone, it can stay right there.
We have our patio peach, which we're going to tuck in. We'll show you how we're going to store that for the winter. Our patio peach tree, more faded mums and purple fountain grass. This is a cool beech tree that gets variegated growth on. I want to say it's like Momart.
That sounds right.
I have a tag there. We'll get to that. So that's what's up here. We're also, Christopher, if you follow me, going to be removing our Surefire white begonias. These have been great, but they're clearly done.
They're done.
And we're not going to overwinter begonias, and especially I think these, because these are particularly messy ones. And then in the corner back here, this is our asparagus fern covered in prickers and some fuchsia and begonia. And so we'll empty not this whole thing out, probably just a good chunk of the top out. And this is very protected. And then what'll happen is our metal pieces of furniture will all get pushed and stacked. We'll put the patio peach in the corner there. Everything will get blown off. And then we'll cover anything that's left with furniture covers out here. And then we will winterize our fountain. Look at this sad little man. He's seen better days. As you can see, we already started emptying these out last weekend or the weekend before. But I'm just going to kind of go and just get gross after a frost. So that's it. I wonder how much of dirt I should really empty out of it if we want to save most of the dirt for next season so you don't have to refill.
Yeah, I would pull out until it's clean potting soil with no roots in it.
Yeah, I mean, these actually didn't root in very far. I like how they naturally aged.
Yeah.
With this green. These were our touch of whimsy for the season. How do you feel about whimsy in the garden, Christopher?
I'm okay with some whimsy.
Growing on you?
It's growing on me a little bit.
Just gonna scoop out some more of his brains. I think that's good enough for this season.
That is perfectly fine.
Yeah, where they're being stored, they're not gonna freeze and thaw, so even though they're delicate, they should be okay. Wow, look at that root. I will say this smells amazing, but it's gotta go. I mean, I'm not gonna. Oh my god, look at the roots.
Is there any soil?
Holy. What?
Well, there is a mint in there.
What? That is solid roots. All right, so here is an update. Our containers have been emptied out. Minus the patio peach tree, that's staying. The blue moffat juniper is staying. Christopher's hard at work sweeping against the wind right now.
This is not working.
This container's been blown out. Well, maybe the blowing out of things will have to wait until the wind dies down. But Christopher, show us the remnants of the containers.
All right, so we've got some of our Tusco containers that I really like. They're very lightweight, but I think they look like a nicer quality.
I bet they look pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a deep chocolate brown.
They're technically espresso.
Oh, espresso.
Yeah. And then we just have the containers that we used for our trialing of annuals this year and the Aquapots Light.
Aquapot Lights.
These did really well. I was really happy with them.
There.
Well, it rained since I did that. So these are just all going to get a light rinse and then brought back into the garage and stacked nicely for the wintertime.
Great. And then we will rinse off the hanging orbs and then hang them back up where they were because they might get winter lights on them. We don't know yet. So we started to attempt rinsing these Tusco pots, but because of the lip, we can't really get the water out. We're just going to let them dry, and then in the spring we'll rinse them and then fill them with potting soil so there's no confusion. About cleanliness, we'll have to save it for the spring. So Christopher's going to go ahead and get those cleaned up. I'm going to, I think, plant up some North Pole arborvitaes. Okay, so we have these empty containers that we're going to put these North Pole arborvitaes in for the wintertime for decoration and evergreen interest out here on the terrace. So I'm just going to take some of this extra soil, put it at the bottom of the big ones, because I don't think the North Pole roots will reach there by springtime, but I guess you never know. And then these are 2-gallon root balls, so that's pretty big. I'm going to fill these with soil. How much do I need to fill them? Oh, I feel like that's going to look good. All right, I have some compost in each container. I'm not quite sure how the level's going to do, but I feel like that's good for that one, right?
Yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah.
I don't want them too close to the wind.
Yeah. Wow, nice roots. Yeah.
Yeah, like that. That's a great level.
Yeah. And then I'll just kind of scoop in around it. And they're going to be happy in this container because they're going to have so much more soil around their roots. Probably going to need to refill this with compost, but that's okay. Maybe instead of using the shovel, I will use one of these. I usually have a soil scoop, but I didn't plan ahead for that today. I don't think they need to be underplanted with anything, right?
No, I wouldn't.
Not that they really could be. But maybe like we'll scavenge for some things to stick in here at some point.
Oh yeah, we'll dress them up.
Yeah, but I also like simple. Simple can be very pretty. Sometimes I feel like in the world of social media, we all overdo because we think that's what we're supposed to do. One is done. So cute. Let's do another one. It's been a windy fall. So what'll happen is after Christopher has sweeped this area up, we're going to pull out this cooler right here. That's where the peach will go. We're going to put all the chairs against the window. We're going to push this table against them, store a couple of things underneath the table. We're going to stack some things on top of the table. And then I guess we'll show you when we get there. I don't want to put this hammock away, Christopher. I love it so much. What if there's a sunny afternoon at some point where we can just sit in it? This hammock is a yellow leaf hammock. We discovered them on Virgin Voyages, and they have them outdoor all year round on the ocean. So I think it's our winters. We'll see. All right, I'm gonna get back to planting.
I'll keep moving some stuff
And
around.
you're gonna keep moving. So far, so good.
I did it.
You did it. Careful up top. They're bigger than they were last year.
Much bigger.
Yeah. And so by putting that in the corner, it's going to protect it from the winds. Hi, Frederick. Hi, buddy. That's a good baby right there. So putting the peach tree here, it's not going to face any of the winter winds, but it'll still get the cool cycle and all of that good stuff.
And the light cycle, all that
important
horticultural stuff that it needs. Whew,
Yeah.
That's heavy.
That was heavy, but you know, the wheels kind of help. I've got 2 north poles down, 2 to go. You know what song I have in my head that if I tell you the whole audience is going to groan?
What?
Hopelessly Devoted to You.
Ew.
But like, no offense, I think it's more like I'm singing it to the garden and less to you.
Gardening is about finding your joy.
This one doesn't want to come out. There we go. Let gravity do the work. So we have these chair covers to put on our chairs to help protect the faux wicker from extra wear and tear. These, Christopher, did we get these at Costco?
We got these at Costco, yeah.
Yeah.
They were a lot cheaper than the ones that came from the furniture store.
Yeah. And so really they just go on provide a little protection. We don't leave the cushions on and cover them because we don't want little critters crawling up and making themselves at home in the cushions, right?
Yeah, and these worked really nicely last year. They didn't move.
Yeah,
Didn't
I
lose
mean,
any.
anytime we have a big winter windstorm, we keep an eye out to make sure they don't take off. Christopher, what's your favorite part about fall cleanup? Not this, I bet.
Not this. This is not my favorite part. I really like getting out the hedge trimmer. I think before we get this fountain clean, we have to get some perennials out. So you'll see my favorite part of fall cleanup.
I know. Hopefully people are sticking around that long. They're like, oh, watching them put furniture covers on. Riveting content.
What's your favorite part?
A fall cleanup?
And not when it's done.
Deadheading things or pulling up annuals, I think. Just like that tidiness, it's instant gratification. What's your least favorite part about fall gardening?
Oh, all this. I don't like all this. Anything to do with the containers at the end of the season, I don't care for.
Oh, see, I don't mind this particularly. I think my least favorite thing is bulb planting. No instant gratification. I feel like this has instant gratification. Right?
It does. I don't mind this part where you do putting on of the covers. This part, I don't mind.
All right.
Beautiful day.
It's
little
brisk
crisp in
out
the
today.
air. Watching you do hard work. It's great.
All right, now that everything is in place, we're going to give everything a little bit of sip of water for the winter. First, the Marmot Beach. I don't think that grass needs any, but maybe just a splish. Make sure that peach tree is well watered.
And we'll probably give it a little water maybe around Christmas time, and then a little water around Martin Luther King Day.
Yeah.
You know, like once a month.
The trick to moving heavy pots is to not water them for a little bit before you move them. The blue moth, that definitely needs to be watered. Love the color on this thing.
If it doesn't snow, we'll probably have to give these a little bit more water throughout the season.
Probably. And they're going to get pretty windswept out on the corner here, but this will be the test, right?
Absolutely. They are North Pole.
That's true. I guess it's in the name. I am very surprised at how brisk it is today.
I think we've had such a mild fall that the fact that it's the first week of November and it's this cold is shocking, when normally this is what November should feel like. If anything, we should be in coats.
Yeah, we should be colder. I do remember when we were kids, like we could freeze an ice rink in our backyard and be ice skating in November, and I don't think there's any way that could happen this November. Although you never know. Those are going to be very happy to be watered in. And so after that, we are going to cover these Adirondack chairs. We'll tidy this up. And then the last thing to tackle for the weekend is winterizing the fountain.
There is only one way to effectively get catmint out for the season, and that is a hedge trimmer.
Lucky for us too, catmint's invincible.
Pull some of this out. It's just so satisfying somehow.
Cleaning the catmint up.
Yeah, I love it.
We have to clean the catmint up so that we can blow the water out of the fountain. Well, also the catmint just needs to be cleaned up. I do love the smell of it.
Smells good.
There's a lot of it in there too. I'm really nervous you're going to cut the electrical cord to the fountain. Partially because I don't know where it is.
It's totally underground.
Oh. We just installed this fountain in March of this year. We do have a video where we clean it. Do you remember what the name of that video was, Christopher?
How we clean a fountain.
Was it really called How We Clean Our Fountain?
Yeah.
So we have a video called How We Clean Our Fountain, if you're interested. This is the Caterina fountain, spelled with a C, from Campania International. We purchased it from Hayneedle, but Christopher tells me Hayneedle's not a thing anymore.
Every time you go to the Hayneedle website, it takes you to Walmart.
Oh. All right. So it is now time to winterize the fountain. We've never done it before, but I've done a lot of research on how to do this. First, we have to unplug it because I believe we have to remove the pump. And some people say to store the pump in a bucket of water in the garage over winter to help with seals. Others say you can just take it out and kind of clean it and put it away, and that's fine. I think that's what we're going to do. And if that's an issue, it's not a huge pump or an expensive pump to replace. But at this point in the year, that's the easiest thing to do. So Christopher, come on over here. We'll show you how our electrical kind of works. So it's going to be this black one, right?
Yes, it's the black one.
Okay. This is a smart home plug. And then this will come up. Lady of Shalott is holding on to me.
Told you I didn't cut it off.
You didn't. Good job. All right, so that's unplugged. But I'm not going to put it there. I'm going to put it up and over because we have to blow the water out first. This might seem like a wild idea, but it really works. You take your leaf blower, and you're just going to blow the water out.
Do it.
Oh my gosh, the battery died.
Perfect timing, you're good.
Oh no, it didn't.
Hurry, the battery's on red.
All right. Now, I'm going to take it apart.
One piece.
I'm not going to put it in the dirt, though, because I don't want to make it dirtier.
Yeah, just set it on the stones.
I do love this fountain. We have our little shims.
Save those right in the bowl.
Yep. Now we should kind of like scrub it and rinse it off, but since our battery is dead on that and it's going to take 45 minutes to charge,
I think we just scrub in the spring.
Yeah, we can scrub in the spring. Future us will not be happy, but we're happy now.
Now us is perfectly fine with it.
Yeah.
And then there's
Okay. So then there's this
rubber stopper.
Yeah. And then what I have to do is tilt this and pull through. I think you're going to set the camera down.
What if you tilt and I just pull?
All right. We could do that.
All right. Tilt it towards me. The entirety of this fountain is
And pull.
750 pounds. We're
very heavy.
very close, very close.
Luck?
No luck. Got it. And we're down.
Perfect.
That worked. We did it.
Yeah, so we'll take these parts and we'll bring them inside and, you know, rinse them and all that good stuff. Actually, we don't have to blow it out because now it has a hole in it.
You're right.
Yeah. So I can do a little scrub-a-dub, rinse-a-doo-doo. Okay.
Little water, little scrub.
Yeah. I will tell you that right now, my hands are freezing. I don't know how much that really did, but that's what it said to do in the directions I read. Then what you're supposed to do is lay your stuff inside.
Do you want to put it on the rags?
Yes. Thank you for reminding me. You're also supposed to put... All right, so I've got some extra rags in here. I know they look crispy and white and all nice, but they're not good rags, I promise. They were used for an emergency situation. So they go in there to help with moisture absorption over the winter.
And cushioning.
But most importantly, for the extra moisture. And you can use burlap. You can use, what else could you use? Towels, sheets, any of that stuff. So anywhere where this water is going to gather is where I'm going to put them. And then I will put this piece here right on top of them. Then I will put this piece, and I'm going to add a little cloth in between them. I really do love this fountain. Really a nice addition to the garden. 100%, right?
Yes. And then I purchased 2 separate covers because we didn't know what size we need.
Yeah.
So I don't know which one you want to start with, the one that unzips instead of the other plastic one.
Is that this one?
No, this one. It's got like a zipper top.
That one also has a zipper on the picture. Oh, you meant a zipper top.
Yeah. Okay. For the packaging. And then whichever one doesn't work, we'll send back.
Or we can use it to cover the fire pit.
Oh, yeah. Wait, I think this is going to be exactly what we need.
Wow, look at this.
It's got like mylar on the inside. I'll get those roses out of the way tomorrow. Obviously, I haven't finished my rose project yet, putting those all away for winter. Things that I saw online often didn't go all the way over it, but this one doesn't look big enough.
What do you mean it doesn't look big enough?
Oh, maybe it is.
Well, it really is big enough. It only needs to not let water in.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Because then once you do the zipper on this side, I think it'll be fine.
Oh, that's what you mean. Oh, it won't zipper. Oh, yeah.
It's wrong.
Oh, wait.
Wait for it.
Maybe?
Doesn't look like it's going to work correctly.
This one doesn't look too much different. What was the difference between the two?
Different brands and different shapes. Oh, look, this one comes in a bag. In a bag.
Bag in a bag. Oh, this is much bigger.
Oh, wow.
It smells terrible. Oh my God. Maybe this will keep the deer away. Jeez Louise. Does that smell terrible? What is this made out of? It smells like rot. Was this to cover the Taj Mahal?
It's gonna work, though.
It sure is.
And it's got that pull cord at the bottom.
It smells like a dead animal.
I'm downwind. I'm very glad. I feel like that's gonna work.
I feel like it is too.
It can't go anywhere because of that pull cord. I guess we could take a string and just tie it once underneath.
Yeah, I think we need to because I'm afraid of it catching wind.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll tie a twine around it. Oh, these roses are so spiky.
They'll be handled soon.
I dropped the twine in the roses.
You can get it. It's not, you got this. You got this.
All right.
Ow.
How's that look?
That looks good.
Does that look tight enough?
That looks tight enough.
Okay.
It looks like a giant black mushroom.
Oh, I broke it. Well, I hope that's not indicative of it not holding. Let's try again.
Now don't pull too tight.
How's that?
Perfect. Okay. Now it really looks like a little mushroom or a big mushroom.
All right, so it won't go too tight. The main goal is just to keep it from catching wind and ballooning and blowing away. So that is how we are winterizing our fountain. We'll bring the pump inside, give it a rinse, use an old toothbrush to scrub it up a little bit.
Clean it out. And then look at this. The terrace is put away.
Terrace is put away. I'm curious if this fits on the fire pit.
If it fits on the fire pit, that's good. Or I'm just going to go ahead and order a 31-inch round fire pit cover.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to fit on the fire pit.
It's not gonna.
Oh, wait. No.
Nope, not gonna work.
Maybe?
It's not gonna. Nope, not gonna work.
Good try. All right, everyone. Well, thank you for joining us today. We got so much accomplished. We got our fountain all ready for the winter.
Ta-da.
We planted some evergreens and pots for winter interest, which, you know, decorating for those are yet to come. What else did we do? We covered our patio furniture, cleaned out pots and put them away. I mean, just regular garden stuff. Cut back some perennials. So yeah, thanks again. I'm Eric.
And I'm Christopher.
And we're Grow For Me 5B.
Thanks for growing with us.